I want to read you the opposition that faced Nehemiah's men when building the wall, and it's in Nehemiah 4, verses 1 and 3, and then verse 7 and 8. Here's some names for you. When Sanballat heard that we were rebuilding the wall, he became furious. He mocked the Jews before his colleagues and the powerful men of Samaria and said, "What are these pathetic Jews doing? Can they restore it by themselves? Will they offer sacrifices? Will they ever finish it? Can they bring these burnt stones back to life from the mounds of rubble?" Then Tobiah the Ammonite, who was beside him, said, "Indeed, even a fox, if he climbed up on this wall, would break the wall." And then verse 7 and 8. When Sanballat, Tobiah, the Arabs, the Ammonites, the Ashbadite, all those ites, those are guys who hated Jews, just understand that, heard that the repair of the walls of Jerusalem was progressing and the gaps were being closed, they became furious. They all plotted together to come and fight against Jerusalem and throw it into confusion. Now listen to their response. This is in verse 15 through 21. Listen to this response. When our enemies realized that we knew their scheme and had frustrated it, every one of us returned to his own work on the wall. From that day on, half of my men did the work while the other half held spears, shields, bows, and armor. The officers supported all the people who were rebuilding the wall. The laborers who carried the loads worked with one hand and held a weapon in the other. Each of the builders had his sword strapped around his waist while he was building, and the trumpeter was beside me. Then I said to the nobles, the officials, and the rest of the people, "The work is enormous and spread out, and we are separated far from one another along the wall. Whenever you hear the trumpet," Philip Allen, "whenever you hear the trumpet," here comes the opponent in the dugout, "rally us together. Our God will fight for us." So we continued the work, while half of the men were holding spears from daybreak until the stars came out. Men who are going to overcome all obstacles always have two things in mind. You ready? A present work and a forward goal. And to get there, there are going to be days that you're going to need work in one hand and a weapon in the other. Texas State is not going to hand you the trophy. Neither are the 6 other teams that finished in front of us last year. The regional committee is not looking for ways to put you in a regional. They're looking for ways to keep you out. You're a mid-major. The rest of the country is not going to lay down for you and let you roll out the red carpet to Omaha. It is going to be a battle building the wall. And the men who get there have work in one hand and weapons in the other. They're ready to fight. And when the challenge comes and somebody pokes the finger in the chest and that other team with that other colored jersey steps in the dugout, it's time to fight. And did you catch the last line? They were holding spears from daybreak until the stars came out. Some men just want it more than others. Some teams are just willing to endure the greater fight. From the time that sun comes up till the time those stars come out. I'm a baseball player. I am a baseball coach. I want to get better. I want to win. I want to set out those goals. I want to see my part of the wall. I want to rebuild the wall. Not just any wall, but a wall, a championship wall. The question is, will you and will we? And the answers lie in our ability to stand up to the test of responsibility, commitment, and perseverance. Starts September 1st, Wednesday. The gun is going to sound on 2010 and 11, and we've got to make the most out of that dash line running between those dates. Fellas, it can last all the way till the end of June. Come ready. Work in one hand, weapon in another, to build a championship wall. Let's do it. That's all I got, fellas.
Well, I'm jacked up right now.